What will you do if your husband goes on a business trip with a hot coworker and at the time he is away, you meet your ex who is still in love with you? Hello, and welcome back to the story. Today we will be making a recap on a 2010 movie titled Last Night. The story begins with a writer named Joanna who is married to a real estate agent named Michael. The two are getting ready to attend a party with Michael's colleagues. When they arrive, Joanna chats with Michael's colleague and best friend Andy, and Michael leaves them. Later, Joanna sees Michael talking with a female colleague whom he hasn't mentioned before. When they meet, Michael introduces his colleague named Laura. Joanna can't help but notice Michael and Laura looking at each other, so she later asks Andy about her. Joanna finds out that Michael and Laura went to LA together last month for a project, and they are going together again to Philadelphia the next day. After the party, Michael notices Joanna seems mad and doesn't talk to him. She later confronts Michael and asks why he has not mentioned Laura before and that she went to LA with him. She is also mad that Laura will go with him to Philly. Michael says he does not seem to find a reason to tell her about Laura. Joanna sleeps on the couch angry. A while later, Michael says sorry and asks her to come to the kitchen. He cooks for her, and Joanna seems to be in a good mood now as they chat. She asks her husband if something happened between him and Laura in LA and he assures her there was none. Joanna seems satisfied. In bed, Joanna asks Michael if they married too soon, and he says no because they were already in relationship for 4 years since college before they got married. He hugs her and they go to sleep. The next day, Joanna writes a letter and puts it in Michael's suit. Michael leaves and Joanna is left at home alone. When she goes out for coffee, Joanna bumps into Alex, her ex-boyfriend who is also a writer from Paris. Alex says he is in New York for some work and is able to find Joanna because her Christmas cards have her address. He asks her to dinner, and she excitedly says yes. When she's back at home, Joanna seems troubled. Meanwhile, Michael, together with Laura and their colleagues, reached Philadelphia and they checked into a hotel. Alex later calls Joanna for the place and time they would meet, and Joanna seems romantically excited. She takes out the hidden pictures of Alex and later gets ready for their date. She prepares her best underwear and takes off her wedding ring. The two later meet and start chatting, and we can see that the romantic tension between the two is strong. Joanna learns that Alex has been dating someone for months already. Alex later tells Joanna that he is having dinner with his friends. Joanna says that Michael is out of town, so Alex asks her to come with him. On the other hand, Michael and his colleagues have dinner with their client. Laura makes a flirty look at him, but Michael tries to look away. When the meeting is done, he calls his wife who is in a cab with Alex. Joanna rejects his call and Alex smiles. Laura later invites Michael for a drink and Andy leaves the two. Alex's friend Truman arrives with his wife Sandra, and Alex introduces Joanna to them. Truman asks the two how they meet each other, and Joanna says they met in Paris 4 years ago while she was writing a story. A friend sees Joanna and asks where Michael is, and she answers he is out of town. When the friend leaves, Truman asks who Michael is and Joanna says he is her husband. Everyone awkwardly goes silent, so Truman changes the topic. At the bar, Michael asks Laura if she wants another drink, and she says yes, but she wants to go back to the hotel. While walking, Laura asks Michael about his wife and asks what he thinks his wife is doing at the moment, and he says he does not know. At the hotel, Michael calls Joanna again and this time, she answers it. Michael asks where she is and she says she just went outside to grab a bite, and when Joanna asks where he is, Michael also lies and says they are still with the client. They then hang up. Joanna goes back to the restaurant and Truman asks her how long she has been married and she answers, 3 years. Meanwhile, Michael goes to the bar at the hotel with Laura. They drink and the romantic tension between the two builds up. The two kiss and Michael says he is married. Laura says she knows but it still felt nice. She asks Michael if he is happy with his marriage, and he says yes, but that does not mean he cannot be tempted. Laura says that if she were married, she would still have kissed Michael. She later asks if he ever cheated. He answers no and says that he would regret it if he ever did. Laura says she also hasn't cheated on anyone before. Back at the restaurant, Sandra invites Alex to smoke, which leaves Truman and Joanna alone. Truman starts interviewing Joanna. He asks her when was the last time she saw Alex and she answers 2 years ago. He asks if she knows about Alex's girlfriend Helen and Joanna says she really hasn't kept in touch with Alex that much. Truman then asks her if her husband knows about Alex and Joanna says her husband knows nothing about Alex. And when Truman asks her if she has been faithful, she says yes. After dinner, Truman invites the two to a party, but Joanna remembers she needs to feed Andy's dog. Alex goes with her to Andy's apartment. The two talks about their past romance and we find out that Joanna and Alex were together at the time when she and Michael temporarily broke off. They go into a little argument when Alex asks why she has not chosen him over Michael. Joanna says she sometimes thinks about Alex. Joanna then leaves to take the dog out for a walk. Alex later follows but then they realize that they left the key to Andy's apartment, and they are locked outside, so the two go to Truman's party with the dog. Truman tells Alex that he likes Joanna for him, but she is married. He advises Alex to keep their fling relationship as it is and not aspire for more because she has a husband. Back at the hotel, Michael and Laura bring some drinks and go to the hotel pool. Laura tells Michael that she has been cheated on before but still decided to stick with her partner until he died. The two later gets out of the pool. At the party, Alex tells Joanna to come with him. At the elevator, the two passionately kiss. They later leave and go to Alex's room. Joanna tells Alex about Michael's workmate who she got jealous of and says that she is currently with Michael at Philadelphia. They sit on the couch and Alex starts touching her and is about to nail Joanna. Joanna then says she can't do it. Alex tells her that Michael is away with a woman she is jealous of, and Joanna says that she knows Michael will not cheat with her. Alex lies in the bed and calls Joanna. She lies next to him and hugs him, and they sleep together. At the hotel, the two return to Laura's room. They passionately kiss and hump in bed. The next morning, Michael wants to talk about what happened, but Laura stops him. Meanwhile, Alex is brokenhearted and is about to leave. Before going, he passionately kisses Joanna and later rides a cab. Michael finds the letter that Joanna wrote saying she trusts him and that she loves him. He feels guilty of what he has done, so he decides to leave early from their business trip, leaving Laura and Andy alone for the presentation to their clients. The movie ends with Michael arriving home. He sees his wife crying while smoking. Joanna asks him why he is back right away, and he says they finished up early. Michael apologizes for their fight and asks her to go out with him and he hugs her. Michael notices Joanna's stiletto on the floor and finds out that she is wearing her best underwear. Joanna is about to explain when the movie ends. Did you like our movie recap? Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. To be updated for new movie recaps, hit the notification bell.